Hello, dear friends! Today we are going to play another horror game. It's called Granny. The amazing digital Circus is with you as usual.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. This is very important for us. Your support helps us to release more and more new videos.
And write in the comments what the next horror game we should play.
Let's choose the difficulty level. I suggest starting with the middle one. We are not beginners at all, I think.
We set high graphics and go ahead!
What sounds of the forest? That's probably where we are.
Yes, we are wandering in the forest. Management is not yet available. Everything is very dark and creepy. I'm already scared, to be honest. I've always been afraid to play any horror games, but for the sake of subscribers, I decided to overcome this fear.
Trees are lying on the ground. Probably something terrible happened here. Could it be some kind of beast? I don't think Granny decided to chop wood. She probably just doesn't have the strength. Moreover, the tree is simply knocked to the ground and not cut.
We see a door and some kind of light. I think this is the sinister Granny house. I wouldn't go there. But who gives us a choice?
Why did we stop? What's happening?
We all approach the house.
Apparently our character is also afraid to approach this creepy place. This is understandable. How did he end up in this forest in the first place? I'd like to know the background.
Ah! It's Granny! That's it! We're caught!
What will happen next now? Will she kill us?
I don't know, but I think they'll kill us. The game must continue. This is just the beginning.
The first day. I know we have 5 days to get out of the house. There will be a lot of traps and riddles. I think we will be able to do it instead.
We woke up on the bed. There's practically no light. There's some kind of vase there. Maybe it will help us.
Let's try to take it. We need some clues.
Why does Granny lock us up in this house at all? Maybe she's just a lonely old lady.
Yeah, she probably just needs company. How about we get her some coffee?
I think there's more to it than that. Maybe Granny is the ghost of some past resident of this house and she is looking for her lost family.
It seems to me that we know too little about the plot of the game. Maybe Granny is just a shadow of our fears, and each of us sees her differently.
Yes, maybe it's some kind of dark energy that feeds on our fears and weaknesses.
But why doesn't she just let us go? What is the point of this game?
And what if Granny is not just an old woman, but some kind of demon that puts us to the test? Maybe she's collecting our souls or something.
An interesting theory. But why are we so sure that this house is our real environment? Perhaps we are in some parallel world where the rules are completely different.
Maybe Granny is not only an enemy, but also our guide in this world. She wants us to find a way out by going through all the trials.
Like in some kind of horror movie. We are trapped, and we need to uncover the secrets of this house to get out.
Someone here clearly likes riddles and puzzles. So Granny has become our #1 mystery.
Maybe she has her own story and each of us sees her differently. We create our own realities in this mystical house.
But in the end, we all agree that this game is just fascinating. We don't need exact answers to enjoy this adventure.
That's right. It's better to just enjoy the game and not solve all the mysteries. Let Granny remain a mystery.
It's really amazing how the creators of the game were able to convey such an atmosphere of fear. And I also heard that the screenwriters were inspired by real horror stories.
Yes, that's what makes the game special. They have made efforts to ensure that every detail inside the house has its own story.
Have you noticed that Granny's house looks different in different games? This probably adds randomness and unpredictability to the game.
And it is also interesting that the game was created by one person, Dennis Grachev. He even won several awards for this project.
One person? It's impressive. I can't imagine how much effort and creative energy he put into this project.
Have you also heard that the original version of Granny was released in 2017? Since then, it has undergone many changes and updates.
How could I have missed this game so far? It has become a real phenomenon in the world of horror games.
Interestingly, in the first month after the release, Granny was downloaded 1 million times. That's a pretty impressive number.
So we are not alone in our admiration for this game. I think she has gathered a huge community of fans.
I imagine how players around the world are fighting with this terrible grandmother. This must be a real test.
Did you know that there are special modes in the game that complicate the passage? For example, hard mode, where you have only one life.
Yes, I tried hard mode. This is a completely different level of complexity. Granny is getting even trickier.
Apparently we still have a lot ahead of us in this game. Do you think there are any hidden endings or secrets?
Maybe Granny has her own secret treasure room? I'm joking, of course. But in such a mystical atmosphere, you can expect anything.
I think that the developers have left some Easter eggs or riddles that no one has solved yet. This always gives the game extra interest.
Well, guys, let's continue our research and see what else awaits us in this mysterious house. Maybe we still have some undiscovered corners.
Who knows, maybe we will be the first to find all the secrets of Granny. We should probably discuss effective tactics to avoid catching Granny's eye too often. Do you remember how cleverly she sneaks up?
That's right, she's like a shadow. I suggest using sounds to anticipate her movements. If we hear footsteps or the sound of her keys, then we need to be alert.
And remember that it is important to remain inconspicuous, avoid hassle, don't make noise. Granny reacts to sounds, and it's better for her not to highlight your location.
I've noticed that sometimes Granny reacts to a change in the environment. For example, if we move furniture or something similar, it may be attracted by this sound.
Right. So if we have a plan to change something in the room, we need to be sure that Granny is far away.
Has anyone tried using objects to distract her attention? For example, throw something in a different direction so that she goes there?
I did that. Sometimes it works, but not always. Granny may be smarter than we think.
What if we use some tools or objects to create temporary barriers? For example, block doorways with chairs or drawers.
Sounds like a good idea. This will give us more time to find the right items and ways out.
But we must not forget that the time in this game is limited. Granny doesn't leave us much time to think.
That's right, we need to act quickly and wisely. And it's also worth trying different combinations of items. For example, I noticed that sometimes keys open doors that seem unrelated to them.
So there's also a puzzle element. Has anyone tried hiding in closets or under the bed? It can sometimes save a life.
Yes, I'm hiding in closets, but Granny seems to guess where I am. But it may depend on how quietly and quickly you hide there.
So, we need to train for quietness and quickness of reaction. I suggest organizing training sessions.
All great ideas, guys. Let's continue to try different tactics and share our experience. Maybe one day we will solve all the secrets of this game.
We've discussed how to survive, but what about the more hidden elements in the game? Perhaps there are some Easter eggs or secrets hidden there.
I read that there are some rooms or passages that can only be opened under certain conditions. Perhaps this is the key to some additional levels.
And I noticed strange drawings on the walls in one of the rooms. Maybe they have something to do with Granny's story or contain hints for passing.
I've heard about the dungeon under the house that many people are talking about, but so far, no one has been able to find the entrance. Perhaps there is something valuable or additional riddles.
Or maybe Granny has her own secret rest where she rests and plans new horrors for us. Has anyone tried exploring every corner of the house?
It sounds like a real adventure. But who knows? Maybe Granny has her own personal zones where we usually don't look.
And I also had the idea that some items in the game may have a special meaning if used in certain combinations. Maybe they activate something.
Perhaps there are some secret codes or sequences of actions that open up new possibilities. Has anyone tried experimenting with this?
I read that there are different Easter eggs in different versions of the game. For example, some items may behave in a non-standard way if certain actions are performed.
It sounds like we haven't seen many aspects of this game yet. Perhaps we have many more discoveries ahead.
Let's be honest, which one of us is the most agile and the best Granny player? I, of course, vote for myself.
Well, Kane, what if I say that I managed to survive the longest?
And I noticed that sometimes you all have such stupid moments when Granny wants to catch you. But, of course, I will not name names.
Maybe we're all just cool players in our own way. We have our own unique styles.
Okay, let's play a game of who's better. Each of us will tell you his most epic moment in the game. I'll start. One day I went to the basement, Granny didn't notice me, and I found the key to the exit. It was my best moment.
Ha! That's nothing. One day I managed to slip away from Granny by hiding under the bed, and she walked past me. I almost screamed with relief, but it was my epic moment.
Well, my friends, you all tell your stories funny, but my best moment was when I was able to carefully collect all the necessary items, bypassing Granny, and open the exit door. That's when I felt like a real craftswoman.
I wonder how I can guess the best moment when each of you has already won this competition. Probably my epic moment was when I cracked the combination lock and left the house without meeting Granny at all.
It seems that each of us has our own wonderful moments. Maybe we should make some kind of video compilation of our exploits in the game.
That sounds great! We will create the best moments from the Granny team. I'm sure it will be fun.
But jokes aside, guys, let's admit that each of us is better than the others in some way. We complement each other perfectly.
Remember that moment when Granny jumps out from around the corner and you scream in surprise? I think I've lost my nerve on this score more than once.
And also when you open the door and there's Granny and you just stand there like a monkey, not knowing what to do. She just wants to play hide and seek, apparently.
Personally, I had several situations when Granny caught me, and I screamed in fear. My reactions must be worthy of a separate collection of funny moments.
And I once tried to do some masterful bias, but in the end I got stuck in a corner, and Granny just picked me up. My brilliant moment.
Or the moment when we were all trying to collect treasures and Granny was running after us with a broom. Who would have thought that treasure hunting could be so stressful?
Sometimes it seems that Granny is just angry because we made a mess in her house. Maybe she just has very high standards in order.
What if Granny is our mother-in-law and she's just checking how well we clean?
Then this must be the strictest mother-in-law in the world. And I thought my family was weird.
Okay, friends, let's finish. We had a good time.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like it. It's very important for us.
And write in the comments what next horror game we should play in the next video.
Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.